With what's happening in Europe, I wonder why the leaders of the EU don't want to drop sanctions and get the Russian oil and the gas to save the lives of the many for what is coming. The winter that is coming to Europe is going to be a winter that they have never faced before. They are going to be record numbers when it comes to temperature. They are going to record record numbers in a lot of places. The decision they have taken to cut down on usage of this, usage of that, to cut down on this, to cut down on that, it is not going to solve that problem. The best bet of the EU is to drop sanctions, get the Russian oil and gas for this coming winter. The main issue about this winter that is coming, it is not about just the bills rising. It's not just that the bills will be more expensive than it's always been. If that was the case, that wouldn't have been a problem. What I see is a lot of power plants shutting down because of the high demand that's going to be placed on them. Some of the nuclear power plants, some of the coal plants, they have reactivated. Some of them will not be able to keep up. Some of them will give up. And because of that, many places, a lot of cities are going to be plunged in darkness in Europe. And many will die as a result of it. That decision they are making, turning off street lights, telling people to reduce the temperature they are using, it is not going to solve the problem in Europe in what is coming. This winter that is coming, it is a winter they have not faced. They are not prepared for this winter. This winter that is coming in Europe, Europe is not ready for it. They are not prepared for it. The measures they are taking to reduce heating, to do this, to do that, it is not going to solve their problem. It will not solve the problem that this winter is bringing. It won't solve it. The issue is not going to be the cost of heating that will just increase. If the cost of heating would increase and they will still be able to supply heat or power for people to be okay and heat themselves, that will not be a problem. But this winter that is coming is going to be very cold. A lot of places will record numbers. And when I look at the decisions they are making to solve this winter problem that is coming, Europe is not prepared. Europe is not ready with what the kind of things they are deciding to do. I wonder why the EU leaders still want to make decisions out of pride and ego. Look, a lot of your people, ordinary men, ordinary women, are going to die needlessly because you guys decided to make the wrong decision. A lot of people are going to die for nothing because you people decided to make a decision out of your ego, out of pride. You need the oil, you need the gas. Drop the sanctions, get the gas, protect your people, save lives. Save lives. But the only thing I see is the EU becoming more aggressive and pushing back at Russia. We are pushing back. Banning tourist visas, doing this, doing that. Your options you have is to drop the sanctions, get the Russian oil, get the Russian gas there because it is cheap. This winter, Europe is going to use more energy. It's going to use more energy to heat homes. This coming winter, Europe will need more energy to heat their homes more than any other time. This year and this winter, Europe needs more of the Russian oil and Russian gas more than any other time they have ever wanted it. And I'm so surprised and I'm so shocked that in this very year, this is the year they decided to ban and put sanctions on Russian oil and Russian gas. This year, they need the cheap Russian oil, Russian gas more than any other time they have ever needed it. And so this is just a warning. I don't know where you are watching from, but let your leaders know, let your governors know, because if you guys don't try to get, you in EU don't try to find a way, if you don't try to find a way and work around this, work around the sanctions to get the Russian oil and Russian gas into Europe, to heat homes of ordinary men, ordinary women. If you don't get it, and the winter starts, when you try to go back, he will turn his back on you people. If you try to go back when the winter hits, he's going to turn his back on you people. Many will die needlessly for nothing. It is a short window you people have. It's a short window leaders of the EU have. Try to get some deal. Try to bridge the gap. Get the cheap Russian oil and Russian gas, because this winter Europe is going to use more energy to heat homes, because the temperatures that will be coming in Europe will be very, very cold. You want to rely on the old nuclear power plants. You want to rely on the coal plants. Yes, but even those ones, many will give up. Many of those nuclear power plants and coal plants will give up because there's going to be so much demand on them. Many will give up. I see a lot of many cities still in darkness in this cold winter that is coming. The best option, the best bet, find a way, reach a deal with Russia, drop sanctions, get the Russian oil and gas, and protect the masses, protect your people. This is a little I'm going to share with you. Still Christ Without Borders. Tell your leaders to save lives.